Welcome to the Girl Gang. I'm Katrina Gardner of Katrina and Create.
And I'm Dominique Connerty of Evergreen Marketing. On this show, we're going to chat with women business owners in Massachusetts and those who support local women in business.
Because girls don't just want to have fun. They also want to sell real estate.
They want to open a brewery.
They want to teach others to invest in the stock market.
They want to take stunning photos, plan lavish parties, and help people recover from injuries.
Girls just want a podcast.
What can we say?
We're girls.
And a one, two, three. Wait, have you seen that TikTok that I sent you? Have you seen the TikTok? Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
That should actually be the intro of this week's episode.
I'm not cutting that out.
And one, two, okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Girls Just Wanna. The coffee is kicking in. The Diet Coke is kicking in.
Yeah.
I am still tired.
I haven't been logged into my TikTok in a long time.
Okay, so I sent you a TikTok that's like marketing girly with the like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
Okay,
one.
and she's like, and a one, two, three, turn. Why didn't you turn? I didn't know we were doing this. That's us. Anyways, a little bit of a chaotic start to this episode.
Welcome back.
Sorry, you guys. Not sorry.
We've got an exciting guest today. I'm excited to
As always.
meet her.
Yeah, you haven't met her yet.
Yeah.
True story. So
Yeah.
stranger to you, but not to me.
Yep.
She's actually kind of sort of my boss, so that'll be interesting. I have to be on my best behavior. But before we get started, give us another little update from your world.
Yeah.
Because my world's been the same pretty much.
So we've had an exciting update. Jamie started summer school this past week.
Yay, Jamie.
Which is great. He was excited for it. Like, I showed him pictures from school, and he said, "Oh, school." And I said, "Yeah, like, do you want to go?" And he's like, "Okay." And it was really cute. And then we got there on the first day, and he, like, saw the buses, and he's like, "Mom, what the heck? Like, why don't I get to go on the
he's
bus?"
saying what the heck now? That's crazy.
Actually, he did say what the heck. And I just gave myself props that he said what the heck instead of what the hell.
Instead of anything else.
Yeah. I was like, good job, Mom.
See, if he was my kid. What the?
Well, he's Jesse's kid, so it's going to get worse real soon.
For sure.
But yeah, so then he started taking the bus. Yesterday was his first day on the bus, and it was so sweet, and he had a great time. He got off the bus, and he said, "That was fun," or "I had fun," and like he's just talking so much more.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wow, when I was watching the video, and he was saying like, "I ride bus," or and you were like, "You rode on the bus?" I ride bus.
Yeah,
cute.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm so happy with like all the progress he's made with school and with his ABA services. So that's been really exciting, and I'm also like really busy and headed towards retirement with my sticker business.
I was like, yeah, okay. We make like $5 and we spend all of that money on this podcast, so ain't no way we're retiring anytime soon.
I have been mailing out stickers on the daily.
I know. So she's been making these, which our guest is a cricket gal too. So we should talk about that behind the scenes. But
shop.
We all got crickets. I got a cricket last December and still don't know how to use it, which I think we've mentioned on the podcast before. Haven't taken it out of the box, maybe soon. And she got a cricket and like immediately started using it and printing stickers and selling them on Etsy and making money. And I was like, okay, well, now you can teach me how to cricket.
Yeah. Well, and so I've had previous jobs that I had an internship in college where I was using not a cricket, but like a heavier duty version of a cutter machine. And then the embroidery shop that I worked at, I also did cutting. So I was used to like the making of vinyl stuff and weeding and like ironing these
Okay,
designs.
so you already had the skills.
Yeah.
So why didn't you teach me?
Well, because I hadn't done it on a cricket before. It did. There was a learning curve there because it's a little bit different. But now I know it.
You, me, our guest, and some of my other friends who have crickets. We should do like a cricket craft night with the gals. We should organize that somehow.
I'd love to.
I think Redemption Rock does like craft nights. Just like bring your crafts that you're working on and just like drink a beer and chill. All right.
But would we all have to bring our crickets? Like
you'd have to like manually. I know mine's like this big. But anyways.
Yeah.
Okay,
stickers are selling off the shelves.
Yeah, go find her. Is there a name for your
It's
Etsy
Katrina
shop?
Create.
Katrina Create. Go find her stickers.
Yeah.
Are you selling the podcast one?
No.
No, because people wouldn't buy it, but they should eventually.
Right. I'm going to start adding the Worcester ones on there soon.
Okay.
and eventually we could do something with the
Yeah.
podcast sticker.
I know. I told you though. I want a girls just want a mug.
Yes, I know.
Which
and
we
I
should
was
do.
looking at
The
those-
mug press?
Yeah.
Ah,
And I
okay.
want a hat.
Yeah, me too. I would wear a hat.
Yeah.
Problem is I would wear it every episode and people would be like, does she ever not wear that hat?
Anyway,
All right, let's get into it. Welcome to the show, my good friend, Kat Cataldo.
Hi.
Ta-da! So Kat is she's like, hi, this is Kat Cataldo. She's the general manager and part owner of ILoveKickboxing in West Boylston.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, you guys already know if you've listened to the podcast before that I work there part-time and teach classes. So she's kind of like my boss, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Kinda.
Please don't
We're
fire me.
friends.
So before we get into what I Love Kickboxing is and, you know, the whole setup and whatnot, which is probably self-explanatory, it's kickboxing. I want to talk about your history with the company because you've been there for a good amount of time.
Long time.
I know you're only 20 years old.
Yeah, definitely.
And you look
Definitely.
amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's hard to believe she could have a job now for almost a decade.
Yeah, almost. A
Right?
job for almost a decade.
Yeah.
9 years. So I started in Rhode Island in 2015.
Oh my God.
So I was...
I won't even tell you
was
what
a
year I
member
graduated
for-
high
please
school.
don't. Let's not even... let's not even go there. I started as a member, and then a few months later, I was hired as a part-time coach, and then that turned into full-time, and then turned into manager.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like
it's been a long time.
Dominique's potential path.
No.
Listen, come on.
Started as a member,
already
working
tried
part
that.
time.
I know.
I tried that.
My next. Yeah, that's true. She's also like my boss now.
Yeah.
Can you not?
Oh yeah.
Guys, my
You're
boss is
surrounded.
She's like, wait, you tried
did
to
this to
steal
yourself.
her? You know, it's fine. Okay, so you started in Rhode Island. How long were you there for?
4 years.
4 years. And then 2019
Yes.
was when Joe Formosa, who is also the owner with you now.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. If you're watching, hi, Joe. Decided to open I Love Kickboxing in West Boylston, Mass.
Yes. Yes.
And so you got brought on as the general manager at that time?
yes, before there was a studio, it was
Right.
all cement. Yeah.
Yes, because it was brand new. They were turning this space into
It was Payless.
Oh my God, yeah, that's right. I forget about
Payless,
that.
Yeah.
Forget about that.
Buy one, get one. That's
Yeah.
what I
Every
learned.
once in a while, the windows will fog up and you can see Payless on the window.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And so the studio officially opened in June of 2019.
Yep.
You as the general manager.
Yeah. Just celebrated 5 years.
Just celebrated 5 years. Happy birthday, ILKB,
Yeah.
West Boylston.
Fun.
And
Big milestone.
it is. You have a 5-year-old. How do you feel?
Good.
When you put it like that,
I also
not so
have
good.
A 9-year-old dog.
True.
Yay.
She has a dog mom.
Yes.
True. And so it's been 5 years, but you're still general manager, but then you
Right.
also got brought in as part owner, which was
Owner.
last year.
Yep.
And how's that
1 year
been?
ago.
Is that
Good.
exciting?
It's
Is that
exciting. Yeah, I mean, my role in general hasn't really changed.
Right.
I still oversee all of the daily operations, but I kind of have a little bit more of a voice
Yeah.
inside the studio. Yeah.
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 So fun.
I got to help pick paint colors.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that too. So the studio opened in 2019, and this spring, right before you hit 5 years, we did a major renovation.
Major renovation.
Like, it looks so good.
And we did it all by ourselves. So new paint.
Oh, yeah.
Switched the layout.
I knocked over an
The
entire
only
bucket of
person
primer.
who knocked over a bucket of paint is sitting
It's
here.
me.
Yeah, new mats. Everything's brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Everything looks so good too.
It does.
Totally
So
switched up
pretty.
the layout too. Like now when you walk in, instead of going this way, you go that way. It's like a
Yes.
whole thing. We have a new storage closet.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
it is cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
I've
It's
been
great.
really enjoying it. It was like it's a good investment for the studio. It's a good investment in the members who have been. Some of them have been there for the whole 5 years.
For sure.
And another milestone. I think we should just keep talking about milestones.
Milestones.
You just taught your 1,000th class.
I did.
It
In
was-
West Boylston.
it was a big deal.
Yes.
That
she's
is a big deal.
She's taught more than 1,000 classes total.
Yeah, but I have no idea.
She has no idea. But
Yeah.
1,000 in
1,000.
West Boylston
Yeah.
alone, which
it
is
doesn't
crazy.
feel like that.
Doesn't feel like you're.
Did you see how many you've had done?
I'm almost at 100. I think 100 next week,
That's
I
exciting.
know.
which is crazy.
It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like you've done that.
I know, and it's funny
1,000
because,
times.
and I don't know, you probably feel this way too, but I feel like every class I teach, I learn something.
Yes.
And every class I take, I learn something.
Right.
Which is a little bit like,
and that's
oh my
what
God.
keeps it interesting, too.
It is. Yeah. So congrats on 1,000 classes.
Thank you.
We call her the HBIC. If
Love
anyone
it.
doesn't know what that is, Google it.
Internet, great resource.
So now let's talk more about I Love Kickboxing, like the company and the whole structure. So for people who don't know, what is the like workout kind of like? What's the class structure involve?
So it's fitness kickboxing. Adults and young adults, age 13 and up. 45-minute classes. We start with a quick warm-up, 8 bag rounds, and a little bit of conditioning at the end. It's group fitness, but everybody kind of works at their own pace.
Right,
So you
right.
don't have to keep up with anybody, and no experience needed. You know, we have people from all kinds of different backgrounds, or no fitness background.
Yeah. Any sort of fitness level.
Any fitness level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of times people will come in and they're like, I don't know how to box.
Yeah.
Will you teach me that?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, obviously.
That's a majority.
Are
yeah,
you
for
just
sure.
like punching a punching bag the whole class, or is there more variety?
Not the whole
there?
class.
Yeah.
So we start with, it's basically body weight exercises. So
Okay.
we don't use any other equipment minus your gloves. And some little focus mitts, pads.
Yeah.
We
Which
just
is
started
new.
That. We're always implementing new stuff. But and then we hit the bags, and you never come into the same workout. So we actually have the same week that I taught 1,000 classes, we had a member who hit his 1,000th class. He's not bored. Not bored yet. So it's always different. Yeah.
I think that's kind of interesting. If you want to talk about that too, like what separates I Love Kickboxing from other types of group fitness or boxing or any sort of cardio classes. And I think that's one of the elements is that every class plan is different.
Yes.
Every conditioning like segment is different. We've got like 10, 11 different instructors now. So every instructor has their own personality, their own style. It's never the same workout, which I think keeps it interesting.
Yeah, we're definitely different. I mean, like you said, first off, best kickboxing coaches in the world, obviously.
That's us.
No, but seriously, I mean, it does really start with them, the coaches. We always keep it different, like you said. And I don't know, what else?
The music.
The people. Yeah, new challenges, new programs.
Right.
Stuff like that. We have a close-knit community, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of like lifelong friendships that have been made, which I love. And also, we're not just focused on physical health, mental health too. So
Correct, yeah.
Not really mental health. We don't get into that, but just mental
We're
well-being.
not your therapist, but also.
Exactly. But we're not the type of gym that's going to push you past, like, you're going to injure yourself, you're going to overwork yourself, but we do try to challenge people to go kind of past any self-perceived limits, stuff like that. Yeah. I think that's the biggest part of it.
I love that. I remember one time I wanted to do a kickboxing class, and I saw a place local to me that was like, oh, kickboxing. And then I went, but it was cardio kickboxing. And I was like, I thought I was going to be punching a punching bag. And it was just, like all the cardio, just like the moves, but like not actually having a bag.
Which is
like,
cool.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great
Actually hitting
workout.
something,
Yes.
There's just something about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like our workouts, for most people who come in, and if they love it, which most people do, it doesn't feel like a job, like going to work out.
Yeah.
You don't even realize you're working out.
Yeah.
And I've gotten that feedback from a lot of members who say, like, I keep coming because this is the only thing I've stayed consistent with. I've tried the big box gym, like I've tried a Planet Fitness or whatever. I've tried other like small boutique fitness, like a Pilates or whatever. And they're like, but this is the only thing that I've actually kept coming back to.
Yeah.
And like that's the number one part of like being fit is you have to be consistent and you have to show up. You can't just be like, well, I'll get a gym membership and not go, and
I
that
call
counts.
that donating.
Yeah, you're keeping the lights on.
Yes,
basically.
yes, essentially.
Thank you for your donation to a private corporation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think I've talked about this with Joe too, and I'm sure you feel the same, or you probably get the same feedback from a lot of the members. Is when I signed up to come in and do a consultation, they have you check like the boxes of like, what are you looking for?
I did your first consultation.
She did.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago.
I know.
Almost 2 years ago to the date.
I know, and
It's
I remember it like it was yesterday.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
It was right before July 4th.
It was.
Came in on a Saturday.
Yep.
Catherine was there.
Yep.
Anyways,
All the friends you've made.
throwback. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. So you fill out like this form, right? And it's like, well, what am I interested? Why am I looking at kickboxing? Am I trying to lose weight? Am I trying to just be fit and just have more energy? Am I looking to make new friends? And I think I checked everything on the list except make new friends.
Yeah.
Because
And look
I'm
what
just
happened.
like, well, because I'm just like, that's like not why I go to a gym.
Yeah, and
like
a lot of
I
people
go to a
think
gym
that, yeah.
to stay healthy, to like keep myself active, whatever. And what's so funny is I was like, that's such a weird question. And now that I'm there and I've been there for 2 years, I'm like, I'm friends with Brittany, I'm friends with Catherine, I'm friends with Katie and Liz and you. And like, I'm kind of friends with like everybody there and some of the members too.
Right.
And like, we'll go out.
Which
and
is wild.
It's so crazy.
It is wild. And I think a part that I love about it is you go into any store and people aren't friendly. They're not nice. They don't look at you. They're probably more rude than anything. And you go in there and kickboxing is intimidating. Even opening the door, you're like, oh God, this is terrifying. But it's not. People are nice. They see you not understanding what a combo is. They just come over. They help you. They're not judging you. There's literally no judgment.
Because everybody's had a day one.
And nobody expects that when they're walking into a martial arts studio. We're not that.
Or even if I go over to like the free weights, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And no one's gonna help me,
helps you.
which is fine because I don't really want to talk to other like strangers, and I don't want them to be telling me what to do. But it's
and that's
different.
the other thing too. If you want to be quiet in the corner and just get your workout in, you don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, people aren't
that's
gonna
okay
force
too.
you. Yeah,
but like,
Yeah,
nobody's
I
judging.
remember joining a big box gym once because I wanted to lift weights and lift heavy, and like that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And
love it.
but no, because I walked in and saw all like the big beefy men over there, and just
things up and
pivoted
put them down
and went right over to the cardio.
It's intimidating.
Right, I felt
Even if you
wicked
know what you're
gym
doing.
intimidation.
Yeah.
And
I've not heard that term before.
gym
Gym
intimidation.
intimidation.
Yeah,
I use that now.
yeah. So I was just like, And then I later took like small group fitness classes that really helped me learn a lot more about like, lifting weights. So then I was like, all right, I'm going to join the gym again. Like this time I know what I'm doing. But it's still like really different to be with like all the machinery versus like the free weights. And still it's just like, you don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing, even though no one's paying attention to what you are doing.
Right.
It's just like,
It's all in your head,
Sometimes
honestly.
they are too. They're sitting there staring at you.
Yeah.
Like we don't allow that. We don't allow anyone to come in and watch a class for that reason. Nobody wants anyone watching them work out. I love that. That's
Yes.
like a huge...
yes.
No, thank you.
Yes.
But yeah, people just sitting there. They're in between sets, which is cool, but they're looking.
Right.
Yeah.
We're people. We feel their eyes on
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please don't look at me.
And I also loved what you said about, like, it's not just physical health, but it's mental health. So I have a best friend in Florida that she started taking kickboxing classes because she had actually gone through, like, kind of a hard time with, like, people on the internet. So she's got, like, kind of a big internet presence, and, like, people were being, like, kind of creepy. Like, men were being creepy. And she felt like her privacy got taken from her at some point. And she, after that, started taking kickboxing and felt like it gave her power back, and it gave her like a lot more confidence after some of the stuff that she went through online. And so I think it helped her more than the physical, because she's a very active person, but just like the mental like clarity and the mental health of taking kickboxing is incredible.
It's really crazy.
Yeah.
The confidence you can gain from it.
Yeah.
I do hear a lot of members, like I was just saying, talk about like, oh my God, the community is so good. Like everybody's so nice, so many friendships. But I also hear a lot of members who talk about, man, what would I do if I couldn't hit at the end of the day?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's you.
Yes, that's me.
I get it.
Like,
I get it.
I can run around my neighborhood for free, but I'm going to pay to be here because I can't hit people. And I can't hit my coworkers,
can't.
and I can't hit my family, and I can't hit my friends.
Yeah.
You know, without consequences. But
But also just the confidence that it's really wild. And that's one of my favorite parts about it is like, just a lot of times people come in and they're quiet.
Yeah.
And they don't really want to talk to you. They don't want to say much. And, you know, you get a few months in and they're walking in, they're saying hi, talking to people. And that's just, you just see it, like that boost in confidence. They feel empowered. That's my favorite part of
your
It's
job,
really cool. It's
Yeah.
really cool that
yeah.
just from hitting something too. And also just going out and you feel like you know how to a little bit defend yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a difference with self-defense and fitness kickboxing,
Yeah.
but just feeling like you know that, like, if I'm ever in a situation, like, if I get the first punch in, I'm gonna be okay.
Right. I also think probably
Yeah.
just like the practice of punching weekly, like, you know, you're in that I don't know, you just like have it in you. Versus like if you don't take kickboxing, it's like I've never punched anything before in my life. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I think that's a big difference.
And I love what you said about like loving watching that like sort of confidence and empowerment come out of these people who sometimes come in and they're a little shy and they're in their shell and all of a sudden they're like a warrior, like they'll kill you. Like, like they're
and that like that goes it overflows into the rest of your life.
Right,
like,
right.
You
guys are
better.
convincing me. I think
Yeah.
I,
I know she needs to come in for her first class. So many of my friends, I'm like, come see me.
And it's a full body workout. I mean,
yeah.
Yep. Oh,
and people
everything.
probably don't even really realize that right away when they first come in because it's like, oh, I'm just gonna be punching, but it's like actually.
Oh no, we do a lot of kicks.
Yeah,
We do a lot of kicks. Yeah, but also like you
The other
said,
day we did a lot of jump squats.
That's true. Yeah, it was too many jump squats for me.
It was a big day.
But like you said, the warm up and the conditioning at the end too is a lot of like body weight exercises. We mix in the bag work with like push-ups, sit-ups, like your basic stuff, but it's fun combinations and fun class plans that make it
and
different.
The core work. I mean, the balance that you gain from strengthening your core. Just
right.
Rotations.
There's just so many good benefits to the full body workout. And I think too, you know, we talked about how the class plans are different every day. You have the different instructors, that all that different playlists, everything like that keeps it refreshed, like new and exciting, and like it never is the same thing every day. And another part of that too is I think what I've noticed is different about I Love Kickboxing than maybe like other gyms and other fitness studios I've been to before is there's always new like challenges and programs. If you want to talk about like some of those, May You Be Bootyful, Abs for April, like
Planksgiving.
We
We have fun names too. That's the best part.
Oh yeah, March Madness. That was a good one.
Yeah, we do challenges too. We're doing a red carpet challenge soon for our members. Super secret. And we do different prizes, so we'll give away like free gloves. We do cash prizes. We do a lot of fun stuff. You said something. I was gonna expand on that.
Different challenges and programs.
Oh yeah, and with nutrition too. We do not full nutrition, but we do like nutrition consulting where we'll set a goal and a certain amount of time, 21 days, 6 weeks, to get you there.
Right, and I think
at the end of it.
I think a big part of that too is like people. At least for me, I guess I can't speak for everyone, but like I know I need to eat more vegetables. Like
same.
Like I'm an adult, like I have a brain, like I know that I need to eat more vegetables or I need to eat more protein, whatever. But the difference is when you have the accountability partner at the gym that you go to 4, 5, whatever many days a week, and they're checking in on you like, oh, how are you doing with your 21-day challenge, or how are you doing with that, or like, hey, like I know you needed more protein. Did you try the new protein shakes that we brought? Like, you know, you have that person to kind of check in on you, and I think that makes a difference.
It definitely does, because we all know we are supposed to work out for our well-being, our health, our heart.
Right.
We know what we're supposed to eat.
Yeah.
Supposed to. We know what is going to fuel our body. Do we all do that? No. No, the accountability is really the biggest part of all of that, I think. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, and the motivation too.
Yeah.
Is like, well, if I eat crappy, I'm going to feel crappy, and then I'm going to have a crappy workout when I go to kickboxing. Right. So it's all, I mean, obviously we all know that it's all connected. But sometimes you don't have that like push or that accountability to keep you doing the things you know you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and we also don't like, I don't know, we're not hard on people either, where like there's a lot of places you go and they're like, oh, you had ice cream? Like, no, I'm a human. I'm a coach. I coach kickboxing. I eat ice cream.
Yeah.
Right.
I have snacks.
Yeah.
Totally cool. Just, you know,
finding
healthy
a
lifestyle.
balance.
Yeah. It's
I've
all about
also
lifestyle.
found personally, like when I'm really active and like working out every day, I just, even if I'm not trying to, I end up eating healthier. And it's just like,
for sure.
You like, I don't know if it's a mental connection or something, but it's like you're already feeling good about your body. So then you just like kind of continue that through your food choices. So, you know, I've always found that really important too about like the physical. I know my sister has asked me before, like when I've gone through periods of like really getting in shape and being like healthy. And she's like, do you think it's the food or the fitness? Like, cause you know, everyone always says like it's 90% nutrition or whatever it is. And I was like, well, without the fitness, I never would have been as good with the eating.
Right.
I totally feel that. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So I love that your gym kind of like encourages the accountability and just like, I don't know, all the communication about like,
Right.
you know, showing up at the gym, having conversations about the nutrition. It sounds
It's like the whole. It's like looking at the
She's
whole
sold.
picture.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah,
I know.
Nice
I'm
sale,
like,
Kat.
I'm like looking at my calendar. I'm like, all right, when can I?
Yeah.
So speaking of getting your first class in, if people are listening or watching this and they're like, you know what, that does sound good. Maybe I want to try it out without committing
Yeah.
to a whole membership or a whole program. Like, how can they get in touch with you? Are there classes they can try?
Yes. We
Okay.
have trial packages online. So ILoveKickboxing.com. You can go right in there. You put in your zip code. We always have trials on there. You can also
Call the studio.
yeah, you can call the studio.
Yeah.
774-512-3160.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know my
Call or
own
text.
phone number.
If you don't like calling, texting is totally fine. I hate calling.
Same.
So totally cool with that. And also our social media, West
Right.
Boylston Kickboxing.
Nice.
Which we have a lovely person
Yeah, you'll see yours
helping us with
truly.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see me up on the Insta page, the TikTok, the
Yeah.
tickety talk.
The tickety talk.
Is there anything else you want to shout out about ILKBWB before we start wrapping up here?
I think so. I think we covered everything.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we did. We covered a lot.
We did.
Shout out to us. So we like to end every episode, as you know, I think, and you follow us on Instagram too.
I do.
She's always participating in the polls for.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes.
Love those. That's so much fun. I
We
love
have
the
like our
explanations.
few like, you know,
Loyal.
dedicated, loyal poll participants.
And
for
I don't
sure.
use my Instagram enough, but I'm always
She'll
like,
go
oh,
on
it's
for
here.
that.
It's
Yeah.
here. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
But at the end of every episode, we like to shout out other women-owned businesses or
Yeah.
women in business. Do you have someone you want to shout
I
out?
do. I have
Who
a
is
really
it?
good one.
Who is it?
My good friend Brittany Price. You might know her.
I might know her.
You might know her.
I do know her.
So she's a licensed clinical social worker,
Uh-huh.
and she just recently decided to open her own practice. So they're opening September.
Yeah.
Officially, she's opening in September. Healing Habits is her business name, and she's going to be operating out of Sterling, but she also offers telehealth, in-person therapy.
We're going to have her on the pod.
Yeah, really exciting. I know.
She's going to open so soon, and it's going to be...
Call her out, Brittany.
Brittany!
Yeah.
Are you listening, Brittany? It's Brittany, bitch. So excited. All right, well, thank you so much, Kat, for coming
Thank you for
on
having
and
me.
making the drive out
Appreciate
here.
it. Yeah.
We'll see you on the mat soon.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back. We are here with another segment of Heart It or Hate It. Not our favorite segment. Dominique, Heart It or Hate It, spa day.
I haven't had one. All these things, you always bring stuff to the Heart It or Hate It table that I've never done or tried before. Am I inexperienced?
I'm just, you know,
Have I been living under a rock?
an old soul. Well, I've never done like a full day. I guess I was kind of going towards like, you know, going and get facials or going to get massages, but
things I've never done. Never had a massage, never had a facial.
you should try it.
I don't like being touched in general.
Oh,
Like, you know, I'm not a hugger,
yeah.
and that is like not where it ends.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch me. And so I think I would be very uncomfortable getting a massage, but also I do have like a lot of like built up, I do need one, honestly. Like, especially with like the workouts at kickboxing, which we were just talking about, like I am sore.
Yeah.
We're also integrating like mitt work, and I'm like, oh my God, my shoulders. So I could probably use one
Yeah.
for sure. Like as
Yeah.
a naturally stressed out person.
Stressed out person.
And cut. No, I'm just kidding. As a stressed out person who carries the tension in my neck and shoulders, I could use one. Facials, I'm not interested in because I already have sensitive skin.
Yeah.
And I was also like on retinoids for a long time.
Yeah.
And so you're not supposed to like do anything. Like, you're not supposed to be in the sun. You're not supposed to get waxed, like
Yeah.
any of that. And it would like, I got my eyebrows waxed once, not knowing this, and it like burnt off all my skin. And so I would just be like stressed about it,
know what's
me
funny?
having a reaction.
You're like making a light bulb go off in my head because I've had facials and I, without fail, break out every time I have a facial.
Yeah, see, I think I would do the same.
And people have been like, oh, that's not supposed to happen. But I have sensitive skin.
Yeah.
And I think we've talked about how I think I have rosacea. And one of the things is if you have rosacea, you should like be super sensitive and like not do things like that.
Yeah, I've really tried to get back to like a very basic skincare routine of like the drugstore brand names, like a CeraVe or I don't know if CeraVe. I say CeraVe, but I'm pretty sure it's CeraVe.
And Cetaphil.
Yeah, Cetaphil, like Neutrogena, like the drugstore. The dermatologist recommend Vanicream.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
All these like serums and stuff you see on TikTok. Like I won't do it.
Yeah, I've been doing the same. Although I did try out like a hyaluronic acid that I thought was doing okay. Like
a serum.
The Ordinary serum, and I've seen that on TikTok. That's the brand name, The Ordinary.
Yeah.
But so I remember I wanted to treat myself before I got married to go and get facials like leading up to the wedding. And the very first one, like my skin was awful. So I always like told people, I'm like, don't get a facial like the day before your wedding because you never know what's going to happen.
I've heard that happen to several people actually.
Yeah. But they do extractions, at least where I go, they do extractions. So I do like that.
I think that's bad though.
It's probably bad. I don't give a shit.
I know. So back to the matter at hand, which is spa day.
Heard it.
I'm going to go hate it because I don't think I'd like being touched. I don't want you to put anything on my face.
I will tell you though, the last time I went to, so I go to Truth. That's my mother-in-law usually gives me gift cards for like Christmas, which is really, really sweet. Last time I went and got a massage, the woman doing the massage had classical versions of all Taylor Swift.
I would go for that.
Right?
But I would just close my eyes and sit there.
Yeah. Yeah. I've also fallen asleep during a facial before, which...
Sounds right.
Yeah. I've heard from the people doing it that's like the biggest compliment that you can give them is to be so comfortable and relaxed that you fall asleep.
All right.
So that's mine.
On. Harder or hate it, seltzer water. Uh-oh.
I'm going to say hate it.
Wait, you almost said hard it. You have to say hate it.
Hate it.
Okay, hate it. Why?
So I have started drinking seltzer water pretty regularly in the last couple weeks. Like a year ago, I was trying to replace my Diet Cokes with seltzer. If I'm ever like trying to cut back on Diet Coke or like soda in general, I will go to seltzer just because I need like that carbonated like fix. But I just drink it to help with my water intake. I don't like it.
I love seltzer water. Put me down as hard it.
Yeah.
So good. Also, I have a soda stream because I used to buy the cans and the bottles of seltzer like a crap ton every week, and I was like, I'm spending a lot of money on seltzer and just like having that many like bottles and cans for recyclables. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. So I got a soda. This was several years ago. I got a soda stream for Christmas one time.
Do you like make yourself flavored seltzers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just buy the little drops. So I have like lime. I've bought different flavors.
That's a good idea because my husband is obsessed with seltzer and he's been getting
Jesse.
He's been getting Amazon shipments
of seltzer,
cases of seltzer.
That's got to be big boxes and a lot.
Well, and he's getting Spindrift, which is more expensive. Okay. Like when I go out and buy it, I get Polar.
I was gonna say Polar is the local go-to.
Yeah, so I get Polar. He likes Spindrift. At the store, it's like 3 times as much as Polar. He says it's cheaper on Amazon.
Yeah,
but,
I bet. Yeah. But I just love seltzer. A lot of good flavors. Polar's really good.
I'm thinking right now, like, maybe I'd like seltzer more with vodka in it.
Yeah.
I could try
My mom mixes her little, like, my mom's a lightweight for sure. So she mixes her little, like, canned cocktails, like, I don't even know, like the spiked seltzer, she mixes those with regular seltzer. And I'm like, okay, that's a good 1% alcohol drink you have there.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
All right. What's next?
Squirts.
Like, athletic squirts?
I think so.
I was just saying, do they make the other type of squirts anymore?
I don't think so. But
Denim squirts?
I've been seeing them pop up in like the athleisure.
Surprise! I'm gonna go hard it.
Yeah.
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 I have 2 or 3. So here's the thing: I used to play field hockey.
Yep.
And all through middle school, high school, and then I was in like winter and summer leagues. And in winter and summer leagues, you had to wear we didn't have uniforms, obviously. You had to buy your own squirts. And so I was recently like out of shorts one time for when I was heading to the gym, and I was like, oh, look at these old things.
Yeah.
Squirts. I think they're cute and they're comfy. I don't think I'll keep wearing them to like kickboxing because It's just not like realistic, I think. But I think they're fun.
I almost bought one at Target recently. I didn't. And then I was also almost buying like one of those like one piece, but it was like a dress.
Oh, the athletic dresses?
Yeah.
Stop it. Everybody has those now. That's like a thing. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do it.
I was thinking I wouldn't work out in that. That would just be like my at-home, work from home apparel.
Yeah, I wouldn't work out in a dress.
No.
I'd be so uncomfy.
No. But I guess I'm going to say hate it just because I have never worn a skirt since I was like 10.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was, they were out of style for a long time, and now they're coming back in.
Yeah.
Like, I also think that it was only a thing like on the golf course for women.
Right.
And now it's not. It's more of like anyone and everyone. So.
Yeah. But maybe I'll get one. We'll see.
Yeah. Keep us updated.
Yeah.
Mine are fun. I don't know. But again, I don't think I'll keep wearing them to kickboxing. I would just wear them like to run errands and stuff.
Right.
Which I did recently.
Yeah.
Okay, well, on that same topic, and you knew that you were going to do this and steal my thunder, but I was going to say, heart it or hate it, bike shorts.
I think there's a big difference, though. It's just two
It just happens to be like same kind of topic, but it is two different items, bike shorts.
Heart it.
Okay.
1,000%.
Really?
That bike shorts are the new like mom uniform.
Okay, so you know what's so funny is if you had asked me this a year ago, I would have been like, hate it.
Uh-huh.
I was very firm on like I could never see myself wearing bike shorts.
If you asked me 2 years ago, I would have said hate it. I started wearing them last year.
Okay, so I was like, those are so ugly.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I can't picture myself. I either want to be in shorts or in pants. I don't want an in between. I don't want a capri. I don't want a knee length. Like nothing. But as you know, the girlies have been wearing them. The girlies all over TikTok are wearing them. And of course, we've been talking about kickboxing, and I've been noticing, you know, I normally wear just like the regular like shorts.
Yeah.
And I am concerned about, you know, exposure. There's no other way to say it, really. Just that, like, they're too short.
Right.
And if I'm turning for a roundhouse or whatever, I'm down on the ground doing any sort of, I'm just like, ugh.
No, I mean,
how much of that can you see? So I went out and I was like, I need new shorts. I need new sports bras. And I bought 3 pairs of bike shorts.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah. They solved the problem.
No, they're really great with like walking around on hot days with like the chafing, because I have a big problem with, you know, thighs rubbing together and like when your shorts are too short.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So that's been a really great reason why I like them. And then it was actually so funny, one of the days that Jamie had soccer and my sister was going with me with her son, and we both show up and we're both wearing oversized t-shirt, bike shorts, ankle socks, and then she had like the white sneakers and I had Crocs on.
That's a look.
I was like, I don't look great.
Socks and Crocs, boo.
She said that that's what all the kiddos are wearing.
I know. Some of the styles, I'm like, oh, good for you for bringing that back. And then the other styles, I'm like, why did you do that?
Yeah. But yeah, it was like, we showed up in the exact same outfit, because it's just like bike shorts and oversized t-shirt. So easy. It's comfortable. I heard it.
Yeah, I'm going to go hard it.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because honestly, maybe even 6 months ago, I would have been like, ugh, hate it.
Yeah.
But now it's like for the functionality.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
Yep.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for this week's Hard It or Hate It. Thanks again for listening. Subscribe on YouTube and Spotify.
Yep.
Follow us on Instagram. Vote in the Hard It or Hate It stories that we put up. And just a quick last shout out to Studio 50 here at WICN in Worcester for letting us use their studio space.
Do you like our new backdrop?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Surprise. We have a new backdrop.
Yeah.
That we didn't talk about last week, but
Right.
you're going to start seeing some changes. We're going to have new stuff.
Yeah, we might, we're working on it. We might, you know, have some more signage.
Don't spoil it. And that's all, folks.
Bye.
Later, ladies.